Do you still struggle with understanding if you have hooded eyes or deep set eyes, and which eyeliner to use for each type of them? I have answers. Hello guys, I'm Vel, welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about hooded eyes versus deep set eyes. Majority of problems with the hooded and deep set are very similar, but sometimes people cannot distinguish if they actually have hooded eyes or if they have deep set eyes, because those two types are a bit different from each other. Despite that, they're messed up together all the time, and I wanted to clarify a few things about the definitions, let's say. How to properly distinguish between hooded and deep set. I call it a passport test. When you're looking straight into the camera or into the mirror, as if you are doing a passport photo, you should be able to either see your crease completely. So right now I can see my whole eyelid and I can see my whole crease. This means I have deep set eyes. The other indication that they are deep set is basically I can take anything that is flat, add it to my face, and it does not touch my eye. Lashes, yes, but my eye is not touched. I can see the full lid, but I do have this little hood, and with time, with age or weight or different changes in life, they can become hooded. But right now, I don't have hooded eyes, I have deep set eyes. And majority of you guys, if you see the full lid and the full crease, it's just like pushed back a bit, and that means that you have deep set eyes. Hooded eyes would look completely or partially, the hood will cover up a lot of space, so you won't be able to see either the outer edges or the inner edges. Sometimes, most likely it is the center part. So center and outer edge will be covered. So when I'm doing this face expression, this indicates the hooded eyes. But in other terms, this is deep set eyes, and majority of tutorials on YouTube are actually eyeliner for deep set eyes. Even though the principles are similar, they're not completely the same. And let's move on into the eyeliner tricks. So when I first started doing eyeliner 16 years ago, or around that time, I did not know how to do it properly. And I was not very good with the liquid liner either. So every beginner has struggles with liquid liner. It's a nightmare, I understand that. And everybody who wants to know how to do eyeliner should start either with eyeshadow or with eye pencils. Just something that you can practice with, that will not irritate you too much, that is easy to remove in case of need, etc, etc. So the first round I will do eyeshadow base here, and I will do the pencil here. It's gonna be the same line, but one will be a bit more soft, a bit more blended, and the one will be with this pencil. Pencil is Slim pencil. It's a micro slim by Catrice. I just like it for the thin lines. You don't have to use precisely this pencil, but it's better when it's smaller. So if you have very thick one, just like the pencils on your lip liner, this may be a bit more tricky to draw with because it's just much more thicker than you need. And our eyes are usually not that big at all. That's why I'm wondering why the brushes are so freaking big sometimes. My first line is going to be on this eye, and it's a pencil line. And how to find where your eyeliner starts? There are a few ways. If you want to do a stronger lash line, which is looking great, by the way, on deep set and hooded eyes, you can start with a step from your top lid into the bottom. So the step will be looking like so. It's like a couple additional millimeters that you're doing to gain space. From this step, you can go by the direction of your lashes. So your lashes have specific direction, and you can follow it. So you can have something that helps you. I don't really need it, but you can use spatula or anything that will give you this straight line. You can also do the pencil onto the spatula side, because it's so soft, it should not really matter. And with that edge, just don't take the ones that are really thin and can cut you. You can just apply and drag it a bit, and you create the line. This is the positioning of wing that you're supposed to follow. Our eyes are more or less symmetrical, so you can repeat the same step on the other eye, and it's better to do both at the same time. So you did the line here, you need to do the line here, and see if they are kind of in one direction. My eye, this one I think is more droopy than this one, but anyway, this is the side of the wing. I can continue it up to whatever, but usually it's good to end approximately by the edge of your brows. So here I don't need this too much, and I will leave it simple. Then you need to connect your top lid to your bottom lid. Here you have this step, which means you can fill it up straightly My pencil is too soft, cannot stay normal. And you can line your lid till whatever point you actually want. I'm usually lining the whole area of my lashes because my lashes are really blonde and I just need an extra darkness in there. This is how you get the simple wing. So you connect this angle to your edge of the eye, almost in like a straight line. And whatever you don't like, you can just remove. Oh, on the other eye, I want to repeat the same but without a pencil, with eyeshadow. Eyeshadow that I've been using for years to create this kind of look is actually Naked 2 Basics. You just need a winged liner brush or any angled brush. I prefer to use these little ones. They are really small and they are made for nail art actually. So my eyes in that area are not big, that's why I don't need a huge freaking brush. It's also not a very creative, let's say, part, so I don't need a big brush to continue this. Same way, you should be looking at yourself straight. You can see where your eye is supposed to end. You have the very edge, but because we have this fold, and for me this fold is different on both eyes, I'm taking a step here again from the corner, and then only I'm going into the direction. Doesn't have to be too long, as I said, approximately till the edge of your brow will look good in most cases. There are exceptions, as anywhere. And the same step repeating here, connecting this as an angle, straight one, pretty much straight line, to your lashes. And I don't want to redo anything. I don't want to fix myself, my eyes. I don't need the precise symmetry. So all I'm doing is just lining my lash area. This can be a bit messy. You can remove it later with a cotton swab, Q-tip. But that is the idea. As you can see, this one looks a bit smaller, so for thinner lines, pencils are great. You can add eyeshadow on top. For some thicker lines, just an angled brush, little one, very thin, and you also can draw with eyeshadow without problems. Eyeshadow are great for lining your eyes too. It's absolutely normal to use them. So here we have small wings. One is even smaller than the other one. And then I want to show you how to ignore the curvature of your face and do the dramatic wing. Let me remove everything and I will be back. I have added a bit of a cashew eyeshadow from Bobbi Brown of my reviews. So now about the dramatic liners, big liners, whatever wing you want to wear. The key here is that we are 3D objects, but we can ignore and we should ignore the curvature of our eyes in order to create these straight lines you want to see. So, big winged liners and how to approach them. Almost like Fantastic Beasts, huh? You can use the same trick with the spatula and just have a pencil on it. This is one of the easiest way in my opinion because it creates the straight line for you. I also recommend to start with a pencil before you go with a liquid liner. So, pencil you can easily remove, which is great, which is exactly what we sometimes need. And it just increases the time that you need to spend on your eyeliner a bit. So here I'm taking, once again, pencil. This one is a gray one. And I have my eye. Same story, I'm looking straight into myself, the passport type photo, and I'm seeing where exactly I want to start my big wing, approximately here. I can just apply it like this, or I can swipe a bit to apply the liner. When you look at it at the different angle, it's not gonna look straight. But when you look like you normally talk to people, it will be somewhat straight. So to create a straight line, you need to ignore the curve. You can outline this with a pencil. So here I'm taking it a bit to the top as it follows my eye. And to connect it, we need to find where to connect it. In case of eyes like mine, deep set, not fully hooded, like partially hooded eyes, you can create it to the top area of your eye. So you have the highest point, and your very highest point is going to be the connection for your wing. So from here, I'm completely relaxed. I'm starting to draw the line. You can start from the bottom, you can start from the top, it doesn't really matter. You need to create this straight line and just connect them together. This will create this interesting shape. You can connect it fully, or you can leave it like that. And here you can just add whatever is left. So I usually do small connections between them, and this is what I get. Is the bat wing kind of shape. But when you're looking straight, it's gonna look straight. So I'm gonna fill this one with the pencil. It is not as sharp because it's a pencil, but this is good for us because we can remove and fix some things. So this is the first option. Second option, which I really like, is actually creating the straight line, same way. The straight line from the edge. I'm starting also from the lash line to the side. If you need to fix something, just fix it. Just a pencil. And what I like to do sometimes is I like specific angles for my eyeliner. So I can look at myself like this in the mirror and connect this line in the straight line as well to the center of my lid. So that is more dramatic, but it's gonna hide inside the fold at some point and you only left with this edge. You can also fix slightly if you want. If you don't, it's okay. So after you have gone around with your pencil, you can take the liquid liner, you can take the liner pencil. I have, for example, the NYX Epic Ink. This kind of brush ones are my favorite compared to the ones that with a felt tip. Felt tip is just too drying for me and it starts to drag, and I like to control the brush more. Anyway, ridiculous stuff, but okay. I needed a new one anyway. So here I can start drawing, just repeating the same line. And the other side. Let me finish my makeup and I will be back in a short moment. So these are some tips and tricks that I wanted to share and talk about, and to explain that majority of eyes and tutorials for hooded eyes are actually not for hooded eyes. So yeah, it's a bit easier to deal with eyeliner when you have deep set rather than just hooded. And for hooded eyes, it's pretty much the same. I think I should find a model and maybe demonstrate it in a better way. But for now, this is all I'm working with. This is all I have. And hopefully you found out something new for yourself, or maybe a trick that is helpful for you. And if you really like it, if you find it nice, if you tried it out, please leave me a comment in the comment section. I love seeing your comments, guys, because if something really helped you, it makes me happy too. That's why I'm doing these videos after all. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can subscribe to my channel. I would love to see more people. Next time we maybe talk about contouring. Thank you so much for watching once again, and see you in the next one. Bye.